in the serpent garden. I planted about 15 oak trees around this city, and systematically the Danann have went around and removed them. There was one ground there with now why did they move them? Because they have a spell. They're an evil witches covenant, and I haven't got the guns or the men to do anything about them. So I make this appeal to the conscience of the American government and all governments like them to give me the weapons and the men to wipe this vermin from the face of the earth once and for all. Because they are vermin. They're serpents. The Lord says they're vermin. I want rid of them. All of them. I want to go to war with them and wipe them out. I want to pull down everything they ever built. I want to destroy everything they hold dear. I want them to watch their kids being sold into slavery like my people have at hundreds of years. I want to eradicate the Dan tribe from Ireland. I can't do it by myself. I want help from the Americans. They're terrorists. We gave the world Christian teachings. My family, the Huguenot tribe. They gave the world terrorism. That's what they did. They gave the world terrorism, and then to this day the Dan tribe propagates all the wars in the Middle East. It says it in the good book. Now when he was going to take his finger out his hole, pardon the French, and give me what I need to do them. Because you can't even plant an oak tree in this city. It's that bad. If you plant an oak tree in this city, they will track down that oak tree and pull it out of the ground. Now, on most of the oak trees, there's one oak tree I have to check on up the road that I think is left. I might know, but I planted. Oh wait, there's two of them. Two oaks I have to. One of them I had to fight with a security guard, swing a kung fu kick at his head to get him to let me plant it, and he chatted me with his pal. So I told him I'd come back with a weapon if he touched the oak tree that I planted. And him and his pal, if they tried to bully me, I'd use the weapon on them. That was one thing. So you have to literally shed blood to plant an oak tree in this city. That's what it is. Because when they chopped down all the oak trees, they done a witch's spell. They destroyed the mother's law. You see, my son, you must apologize your mother's law. See all these castles and all these stuff over here carved out of stone. They zap your paper. Now these maggots, they're laughing and they're mocking. I want to wipe the smile out their face. I want to sit up on the here's my wet dream. I want to sit up on top of the Dublin mountains there with loads of artillery, loads of good American stuff. The best they have, like Abraham's tanks and all. I want to pulverise the city until they start asking to surrender, and then I want to probably turn it into glass. Like that glass there, look. That'll be good enough for them. See, they're making money off the lie. You see, they have the Christian teachings in the Christian book in the Trinity College where they teach the lies and they propagate the murder of the innocent in the womb and all of this stuff, sacrifices to Baal. They have over there where they give everybody alcohol coming into Ireland, keep them drunk. See, they're very two-faced. The Irish are very friendly. They're not very friendly, they're very two-faced. That's the Dan you're talking about. When they know a tourist is coming in, they're nice to them because they're only here for a while, and then they're fucking off. But as soon as your back is turned, as soon as the real face, you don't see it. And it's very hard to see. But we want rid of the Dan tribe. The Lord wants rid of them, as a matter of fact, and I know He wants rid of them. He wants a nice base here, somewhere nice and close, where we can launch lots of vicious, relentless and ruthless attacks on them. Do you ever see when Temujin, he blocked off that Chinese city and the fat, and it was flown through the cities? All the people that went past, they looked and they hissed because the city was covered in the fat from the bodies that were burning. That's what we need to see with the Dan tribe, because you think, oh, Temujin done that, but who knows what kind of minority they were? Who knows what sort of Chinese they were? They might have been a tribe that was half a hybrid tribe. There's lots of these serpent races going around that have to be eradicated, and the Dan is one of them. So when are we going to do it? It's going to happen. It's only a matter of when. I want it to happen now. If I had a few men right now and a few weapons, a couple of Abrahams, artillery, a couple of helicopters, a couple of Super Hornets, I'd lash them out big time. I'd drop loads of incendiary devices on them, wreck all their beautiful, the little lie that they've propagated for thousands of years. There's Gog over there. Look, this is the main Gog spot. That's called the Pale. What happened was the Irish soldiers used to, the last bastion of non-Catholic Mother's Law and Gaelic faith was Shane O'Neill. Reggie O'Neill, he was a traitor. He was a fucking mad Catholic fucking usurper. He was the O'Neill, but Shane O'Neill was alright. Over there is Gog. See, it's two arms of the same thing. You see, the Pope sponsored the Norman invasion. When it says in the Bible they came in like a flood, like the dragon came in like a flood, Gog came in. That's when the Dan tribe came in on the Viking boats. They were sponsored by the Pope. The Roman Emperor of Byzantium always had a vanguard of Vikings, not Vikings, Norsemen. What you call Vikings are the High Kings men. The Vikings are the ones that came from Iceland who were fighting with the Nordics in Scandinavia. They're the Dan tribe. Right now at this moment the Dan tribe is stealing all the natural resources of the Irish people. Statoil steals the natural gas resources from Ireland, and it gives its own people up in Scandinavia a check every year over their wealth, and we get nothing, not a penny. They sold, and Bertie Ahern sold billions and billions of pounds worth of gas to the Scandinavians for €1 or a penny or some shit like that, just so they got something out. When he got a backhander and all, another way he was running around with briefcases full of euros and stuff. They're dirty sellouts. Now they're trying to move in on the Americans and all, and they're trying to build an army in Europe and all, so they can do more and squash the remnant of the Lord. I want to squash them. I want to crush them. I want to destroy them. I want to wreck their houses and burn them. I want to leave them nothing. A total wasted, desolate shit. Nowhere for the little serpents to hide. That's what they need. That's what's prescribed in the Bible for them. You can't plant a tree with these fuckers. See, because they have a wizard. Why they don't like a tree being planted is they have a wizard, what they call a mason, he's a rock horde. He's up in the rock horde thing, and he's conversing with his spirit, whatever he worships, his archon, and it gives him the thing. So every single tree that's planted here, someone had to sign on it and say plant this tree, plant this tree. But before they planted any of these trees here, look.